go live now. Going live. And it's live now.
All right. Hi, everybody, and welcome to the latest edition of the Perpetual Protocol Community Call. Really great to see you all. And excited for this edition, the last one of 2022. It's a very crazy year. And looking forward to 2023.
Right. It's really the last one. We've been doing this for the whole year. Have we?
I think so.
I think so. We had this in January.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's been more than a year because we're at episode 42. So it means we've been going for more than a year.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Almost. Yeah.
Yeah, and we keep doing this like every 2 weeks, no matter what.
Yeah, so thanks everyone for joining us, the people who join. We always love to see you, and thanks for sticking with us through the bear market, and I hope to see you sticking around until the next bull market, whenever that arrives. And on the call today, we have sort of a skeleton crew. We got a lot of people off for holidays, but we do have some of our favorite guests. We got Andrew. How you doing, Andrew?
Hey, Lee. Hey, everybody. Hey, Hannah.
Great to see you as always. And we've got Hannah as well, as usual. Although Hannah, I think, will only be joining us every second week now. So if you're a Hannah fan, make sure to... Yeah. How's it going, Hannah?
Good. Hey, everyone. Happy holidays.
Yeah, happy holidays. Merry Christmas if you celebrate that. I've been at home, my parents' place for Christmas. Pretty nice to be back.
Yeah.
All right.
I heard there's storm coming.
Well, I mean, there's always... Winter is pretty crazy, and this winter has been no exception. So there's been some pretty exciting weather. Yeah.
Yeah, even in Taipei, it's cold.
Yeah, I heard that. I'm sort of glad I'm not there. People in Taiwan always ask me, like, "Oh, aren't you from Canada? You should feel like Taipei is hot." And I'm saying, like, no, Taiwan is colder.
No.
In the US, they had to cancel like some crazy number of flights over the weekend because of the cold front and the weather. It snowed in Miami.
Oh, because of the storm?
Yeah. I think there were maybe even 2 different ones, but wild.
Yeah,
thousands of flights got canceled.
Yeah.
I have some friends from Canada who went to Disney. I think it's Disneyland the one in Orlando, Florida.
Disney World, yeah.
Disney World, okay. I can never keep the two separate. Anyway, So they went to Florida. You know, if you go from Canada to Florida, you're expecting like, okay, it's gonna be really nice and hot.
Yeah.
I think they must have got a surprise. Jeez.
Yeah, right. Like one weekend ever that it's been cold.
Yeah.
Wow.
Pretty wild. Anyway, so if you're in a cold place, I hope you're doing all right. And if you're in a hot country, you're lucky. And we wish we were there. Although people in hot countries usually want to go to a cold country. So
yeah, to see the snows. Yeah. But in Taipei, we don't have snow and it's still cold. So it's bad.
Yeah. That's why Taiwan is pretty cold. It's cold and there's not really heating inside, or they don't have insulation in the house. So it gets pretty cold. Pretty cold and humid. Yeah. Anyway, we should move on to some crypto topics. I'll just preface this call as always. Everything we talk about is not financial advice, and you should always do your own research to decide what to do when it comes to investing. And never invest more than you can afford to lose. That's the number one rule of crypto. Besides the old don't trust, verify. So yeah, keep in mind all of those things as you're listening to the call. So sort of the biggest news, as you can see right on the screen here, is fee sharing. So we want to know who on this call has received their USDC fees. So if you received the USDC fees, you can just put yes in the chat. And if you didn't get any fees yet, put no in the chat. If you didn't get any USDC fees, definitely check out, you want to fix that, stake some perp, get some perp staked. And I would recommend staking for, the longer you stake, obviously the more fees you will get for your perp. So you can definitely consider, after you've done your research, what the best amount of time for you is. But the more time you stake, the more fees you'll get. And with my test account, I did get some fees. Was pretty surprised and happy with that. So definitely check it out. So for crypto news, I was kind of out of it a little bit for this week due to holidays, but there seems to be some news as always. I mean, this whole year has been like no shortage of news the entire year. Did you guys see any interesting news?
About SBF again?
The SBF saga continues. Apparently, he managed to find sufficient assets for his $250 million bail. So that was a big surprise to everybody.
Yeah.
Turns out he still has money somewhere.
How did he? Yeah, I remember he said he's broke right now. He only has like something like hundreds of dollars.
Who knows? I have heard that for the bail, you don't actually need. You don't actually need all that money as well. Like, there's things you can do. I don't know the details of it, but just because the bail is $250 million doesn't mean you actually have to get that amount of cash and give it.
You can put up collateral, and it only needs to be a certain percentage or something like that.
And you can get everything back if you don't run away. Is that the case? Oh, okay. Then it's easier. Then it's easy for him, right? Because I remember both of his parents are like really well-known lawyers or professors. So I guess 250 million.
Still, it sounds like a crazy amount of money. And if
I was curious
money,
to see if if his parents are putting up that type of collateral on his behalf. I was wondering if they received that money before or after FTX was created.
Yeah,
they were buying properties after they were associated with the organization, and then utilized those as collateral.
Right. After. It's about like 2.5% of 10 billion, is it? Like the total amount that's lost in FTX. I'm sorry, I'm not good at math. Give me back the money. Right. And and I heard a lot of his ex-employees or founders are like telling stories about him in order to get rid of the lawsuit. How do you call that? The deal, like the deal with prosecutors.
Right. Plea deal.
Plea deal, something like that.
Bargain.
Plea bargain. Right. Yep. I'm sure there's lots of bargaining going on. And we'll see if we're still talking about this in 2 weeks. I don't know if anyone wants to make a bet.
5 years.
Do you think he'll be in jail in 2023? No. Okay.
I just think that the criminal proceedings take more time, and he's on house arrest, and so he'll be on house arrest for the longevity of the trial. And I don't think they'll be able to mobilize a conviction within a year. Maybe though, but that would be my guess.
Yeah. Suzu just said the same on Twitter. He doesn't think SBF will be in jail next year.
Interesting. Surprised that guy's not in jail. Although, hey, anyway, I don't particularly wish jail on anybody. It's a nasty thing. But, if you do some bad stuff, there's a chance something bad will happen to you. I guess it's karma in a way. But speaking of going to jail, there's a guy, Avi Eisenberg. I don't know if anyone's heard of him.
Yeah, I just found he's the one who manipulates the curve price on Mango. And in the end, he caused a really good amount of bad debt on Aave. Is it Aave? I don't remember.
Yeah. But he's done a bunch of things like that, I guess. And I didn't really know that was illegal. Maybe, I guess he didn't either. So there you go.
Yeah, it's not. Oh, you mean because he's just like playing around the mechanism on the exchange. So in theory, he's just using the features on the exchange.
Yeah, well, I'm not sure exactly. I didn't look into what he got arrested for. I don't think it's the Aave thing, but I guess his size is not size because, I mean, people like, I remember like George Soros, for example, was doing some manipulation of like, or I don't know if it's really manipulation. I guess it depends on your definition, but doing things like squeezing the British pound to make them break the.
Oh, right. He's famous for that. Yeah.
So I just assumed all this was,
for him.
Everything is fair in love and war and crypto market or like financial markets, but apparently there is a limit.
Yeah, there are definitely different levels. Like pump and dumps are illegal as well, in theory. Okay. They're just difficult to prosecute.
Like catch them, to find the proof.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, definitely all these guys like Avi Eisenberg, who do this apparently under their real name, it always surprises me. I'm like, why would you? Anyway, some people I
don't think he used his real name.
I guess that's possibly not his real name. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I think he got doxed out somehow. I don't think he disclosed his real identity. I don't know. I'm not sure. Just from memory.
You're wild. Anyway, but yeah, it's the end of the year, and a lot of year-end reports are coming out, like from Masari and Coinbase and so on.
Yeah.
So lots of reading materials for everybody.
Yeah. I just want to share one thing I saw today, which is the founder of Masari, Ryan Selkis. He's calling the button of DeFi, specifically DeFi, because it's been down too much and he thinks it's going up. And the only concern is the uncertainty of the regulation. And other than that, everything's good. So yeah, I just want to share the good news. But it's just his personal opinion, so no non-financial advice.
Yeah. I'm assuming it's his personal guess. I mean, you just never know, right?
Yeah, we never know.
Anyway, we will see. Hopefully he's right, but you just never know. So personally, I'm still taking a more conservative outlook, but we will see.
Wishful thinking.
Yes. I would say, just to wrap up this segment, what is definitely not wishful thinking is receiving USDC rewards by locking up your perp. So definitely check that out. Yep, you can receive USDC every week if you lock up your perp. So check that out on Lazy River 2.0.
Yes.
All right. So let's start with the actual
newsletter here.
Yeah, so as we've been mentioning over and over, fee sharing is finally here. It is live, and the first batch of USDC was sent out to stakers. So if you did not receive that, definitely check it out. The APR is actually pretty decent, especially when you combine with the PERP rewards that are also still ongoing. And just as a reminder, those PERP rewards now have been converted to like a Lazy River 2.0 gives the PERP rewards as VE PERP. So it's super easy. Just press claim and the VE PERP is automatically added to your balance. So that's super convenient.
Yeah, right now, can you see my screen?
Yeah.
Right now, the current APR is 24%, including USDC and PERP rewards, which is really good.
Pretty good. And just everyone should keep in mind that this 24% is like an average APR. So if you stake for longer than the average, then you'll get more than this. If you stake for less than the average, you'll get less than that.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I guess it doesn't show what the average staking duration is. That might be like a fun metric to be aware of.
It doesn't say it's here. But I guess we can figure out later.
Yeah, I staked with my test account and I got more than that APR. So but I staked for a whole year. So I'm assuming
so you get the maximum.
Yeah, the maximum is around 30-something%.
Mm-hmm. Nice. Yeah, and don't be afraid. Even if like it's 20% something, the mechanism is totally different from Anchor. So, and it's USDC. It's not any exchange tokens. And also, if you're afraid, like if you don't have PERP and you are afraid of the volatility of PERP price, you can actually buy PERP and stake as VPERP to get the yield here. And you can create a short position to make it delta neutral. So you don't lose anything from the price movements, but you can still get the rewards. So that's the trick. So yeah, if you haven't tried, try it today.
Yeah, that's a pretty good trick. The only thing to keep in mind when you're doing that is you may pay the funding rate for the short. So
yeah, that's true.
But you might also earn it. So definitely look into it. Yeah,
I think most of the people go long. So most of the time, if you open a short position, you get the funding payment. But it's not necessarily, especially in bear market.
Yeah, but it's fun to see that there's some delta neutral strategies, even when it comes to VE staking. So definitely check that out.
Yeah.
All right, so moving on, we actually had some market listing news for the first time in a very long time. We listed DOGE, which is always a fun one. And I think we should have some other listings coming up. So keep an eye out for that. But I'm not exactly sure. But so we listed DOGE, which is gives you some great options for going long or short whenever. Well, Elon hasn't tweeted about DOGE in a while, but you never know.
Yeah, it's a really popular coin. And actually, I saw it on Instagram that the DOGE. Let me share the screen.
Yeah,
do you know
original DOGE news?
This Shiba Inu is actually the original dog for the meme. Let me. Oh yeah, this one. So the actual dog's name is Kabosu. Kabosu Mama? Kabosu is from Japan. But the bad news is the dog is sick. And but actually he's already 17 years old. Very old dog. So that's pray for the dog. For the DOGE.
Yeah, that poor thing.
Yeah,
he seems to have leukemia or something.
Very sad.
But he's a super cute dog.
Right. And the news is on CNN. Do I have that CNN news? Yeah, the news of this dog being sick is on CNN. Anyway, but I hope it's getting better. So
I'll be really interested to see what direction the markets move, or specifically DOGE and Inu.
Right. Is it going up or down? I guess it's going down. So what's the rationale if it go up?
Maybe people rally around the concept.
Okay. Anyway.
Yeah. Keep the flame alive.
Yeah.
The martyr.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what the cause is exactly, but it will be a very sad day if the original DOGE passes away. But he's still with us, so yeah, we're sending our good vibes and thoughts and prayers.
Yes.
So in a sort of related news, well, it's just another token related news. We delisted the One Market, and this was basically a decision taken by the token listing DAO that we have set up. If you're interested in token listings, you can get more information about our token listing DAO, via our Discord. But basically, the liquidity was very low in this market, and consistently low over a long period. And low liquidity markets, especially on PERP, can be more easily manipulated, and just sort of creates a slightly exposed spot. So the decision was taken to delist it. Yeah, the good news is that opens up. Yeah, I mean, we're listing new markets as well. So it's the cycle of life for crypto assets. There is sort of a cycle of life, I guess. New ones are born, old ones pass away, fade into the background. Although I guess most of them never truly die; they just fade away. Anyway, so cycle of life is alive and well at PERP. And moving on to partnerships and marketing. Yeah, we just wrapped up this. Hannah, go. You want to let us know?
Yeah, I think today is the last day. So actually, we just wrapped up the campaign. So it's a 12-day campaign, and every day you get a task. Like on day one, you have to join Twitter Space to get the first NFT. On day two, you have to vote for Snapshot, which is the fee distribution vote, as I remember. So if you finish all 12 tasks, you're going to get 12 NFT. And from tomorrow, if you have all 12 NFTs, you are eligible for this PERP Winter Wonderland NFT, which our visual designer, spent like 2 or 3 weeks to draw this. It's really cute, actually, and a lot of details. Like, can you recognize? How can I make it bigger? Let me see. Oh no.
Well, if you want to see the big one, you just have to go to Galaxy and check it out.
Right. So you can see Vitalik here. And who's this one? Oh, and you can see SBF droning here. And you can also see, this is our co-founders. 2 of them are here. And you can also see like MetaMask icon. And who is this guy? This is Arden Hayes, I think. Oh, and CZ here. Yeah. Anyway, a lot of details. So if you have 12 NFTs, you can start claiming tomorrow. Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing. And our designer worked really hard on that, and there's just a ton of detail in there. So definitely check that out. All right, and we've also got some pretty interesting news with Alchemy. Andrew, can you talk us through this one?
Yeah, so for those that are familiar, Alchemy is really one of the premier infrastructure and tooling providers. So this is a partnership that we're really excited about because it's one of these sort of behind the scenes relationships, which will go a long way in terms of improving the on-chain trading experience, which is obviously what we do. So we've begun to work with them, essentially utilizing their RPC endpoints, which have been proven to be reliable, providing some of the freshest blockchain data. And so we see this collaboration as being something which is really going to, again, help people behind the scenes trade faster, more efficiently, and just provide a better experience for everybody.
Okay. So basically, it improves the website performance, the transaction speed or something.
Alchemy is they more help like scale dApps and increase their effectiveness, essentially.
Okay.
So it'll be like directly related to people's experience on platform.
Nice. Cool.
So yeah, check out the details on Twitter. And if you have any further questions about it, definitely let us know. We'll be happy to answer.
Yeah.
And so moving along, we have a pretty interesting event coming up. It's a first of its kind for PERP. So Hannah, do you want to tell us more about this?
What do you mean first of its kind?
Well, it's our first ever Survivor Week.
Right. Yeah. This is a community game hosted by our beloved evangelist, Charek. So it's a game like for you to sign up. And if you sign up, you will be added to a private channel. So you have to sign up. And and this registration window has closed. But if you have signed up, you will be added to a private channel where there are questions every day. And you have to make sure you answer the questions correctly in order to survive. So let me share. So actually, why? Oh, yeah. You can see a death list every day. Like yesterday, so this amount of people survive, and this amount of people died. And the first question is what's the total supply of PERP, which is so easy. You can just Google it. And today's the second day. Oh, let me see. Where is it? Sorry, too many channels. And on the second day, we have 2 questions, and you have to answer it. And on the last day, like if you answer it correctly, you can survive. But on the last day, only the first 3 people answer correctly win. So on the last day, which is I think it's on Friday. On Friday, yes. You have to answer a question as fast as you can to win it. And then you can get the prizes like gift cards and some oats, NFTs, things like that. Yeah, it's really fun. Yeah, it's too late to join, but yeah, you can join next time.
Yeah, hopefully this will be the first of many, and it's a really interesting activity. And big thanks to Tarek for organizing this one. It's a really cool idea, and it's some pretty cool artwork there as well. Again, thanks for the design team.
Yeah, I love the artwork.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Yep. A good one. All right. Okay, so moving on to team and ecosystem updates. We have another big product stat milestone, which is
15 billion. Wow.
Yeah. 15 billion total trading value, which sounds like a huge number. And for PERP, it's pretty good. Although this is, despite, in spite of the second half of the year being a little bit, sort of being a bear market conditions. So we're looking forward to onward and upward with this number. And I just also saw some news today that apparently the entire crypto market daily volume is at a sort of 2-year low. We're down to like 10 billion in trading volume per day. I saw on the Crypto Unfolded Twitter feed. You can check that out. So that's like down to like 2020 lows. So sort of a crypto winter. Everyone's hibernating, keeping cozy and waiting for the next bull market to come.
Yeah, maybe it's holiday seasons. Yeah, so people don't want to actively trade. No, it's because of the bear market.
I mean, definitely the holidays have an effect for sure. But if you look at the chart, it's definitely a downtrend, for the entire second half of the year. So,
Okay.
All right, and the next thing is for people who've been around for a while, you know that PERP V1 actually launched in December 15th of 2020. So we recently passed our sort of 2-year anniversary of that. The Perpetual Protocol itself, if you go way back, started in 2019. But in terms of sort of official, birthdays, December 15th, 2020 is the big one. So we passed 2 years. We're now 2 years old. I guess that makes us kind of a little bit old in the space, not as old as some of the like Uniswap or like Bangor or something like that, but we're getting there. Getting older all the time. Looking forward to our third year.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you want to know, we have like a whole blog post you can check out with all kinds of facts and details about our first 2 years of existence. Definitely check that out for some interesting background and milestones. And speaking of blog posts and so on, we have 2 further reading articles, and I'm sure all the Leonie fans are disappointed she's not here to introduce the articles for us. I know I am. So if you want to check these articles out, just find the links in our newsletter, which is I think is still linkable by Twitter, because Twitter closed their review application. Yeah, there's still a link there now, but if you haven't signed up for the newsletter, I recommend doing so ASAP, because Twitter is closing their review feature. Obviously, we're going to continue the newsletter either way, but I don't know if the link will be directly so easily accessible on our Twitter page after review gets shut down. I think maybe
you mean on Twitter you can't put links anymore?
We'll be able to put links
and Instagram.
Yeah, I think it may just be for direct competitors.
No, I'm talking about the review, like Twitter's newsletter link that they have right at the top of the profile. I'm sort of assuming that's going to go away, but I'm not sure.
Okay.
Like we'll still be linking to our newsletter every week, or every 2 weeks rather. Sorry, but if you want to sign up for the newsletter, it will be slightly more steps.
Okay.
Yeah. We're gonna move from review to MailChimp, so we will migrate the mailing list, and I think we're gonna announce the new subscription page very soon. But even if you don't know the subscription page yet, you can always check out our Twitter or Medium.
Yeah. So for further readings this week, we have 2 different things. We've got some introduction to some tools for uncovering alpha, and we've got a discussion about Santa Claus Rally. So definitely check that out. Although now, of course, Santa Claus Rally in theory would be passed. I'm not sure how much of a big rally we saw, but yeah, we have that article. Check it out. All right, so that brings us to the end of our main community call portion of the call. Now, you'll notice we do not have Houston here. It's very unfortunate.
Yes.
Houston was busy this morning.
I have this. Let me see.
Snowstorm-related issues he had to take care of. So, but never, don't despair. There's still an NFT for this call, and we'll be posting the link in the chat.
Yeah, let me do it now. Let me do it. So I'm gonna drop the link in the chat. Where's the YouTube link? Oh, here. I'm gonna drop the link in the chat. And if you click on the link, you're gonna see something like this. It's a feedback form. So we want your feedback on how to improve the community call, or you can give us some suggestions, or like any topics that you want us to cover. You can put it here. And the link to claim the NFT is here. So it's not mandatory for you to submit the form. You can just claim the NFT if you want. We would love to hear your feedback.
Yep, definitely let us know your feedback. And Hannah, you're kind of doxing yourself with the email address there.
Oh, okay.
All good. It's much easier to reach Hannah on Discord. So, all right.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you have any questions, now is the time. So just put your questions in the chat. We'll be delighted to answer. And I see there are actually a couple of questions already. So we can answer those. So the first question is from Anisha. Hold on. That's not a question. She's answering someone's question, I guess. Some people think it's a sort of white hat. I'm not sure what she's referring to exactly.
Okay.
Oh, the FTX asset sale or something? I'm not sure. Anyway. Yeah, there's lots of white hat activity. Actually, PERP has benefited from cooperating with white hats several times this year, and we should have an article about it actually coming soon. Yeah. We're sort of working on that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think Anisha is talking about FTX. I think JB was answering our question regarding how SBF has the fund to pay the bond. Is it?
Okay.
Yeah, I think so. I remember reading a report about that.
In 2024, maybe trial. Yeah. So he's talking about in 2023, he's not going to be in jail.
Yeah, he'll just live in a multi-million-dollar, Palo Alto estate.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
When Barra Chen. What's that?
Yeah. That's a good question. Okay, so during this Q&A, we have a question. What is Berachain?
Yeah. What's Berachain? 8 Oat. Can you tell us? Code name Operation Dog Bridge. I don't understand. Do you plan to burn tokens? Do we have this plan?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
No. Okay, Anisha says she's referring to the Avi Eisenberg thing. So for token burn, this is obviously, we've had people suggest this many times, and we've discussed it as well internally and various things. Of course, if someone makes a proposal on our governance forum that involves a token burn of some kind, then and the proposal passes, then of course, then that's what we'll do. But token burn has some advantages, but personally, and I think a lot of the team would agree, is that when you burn tokens, you're benefiting everybody, which sounds good, but we feel like it's even better if you benefit those people who have like a strong commitment to the project. So right now our strategy is based around this Lazy River 2.0, which is a VE staking system. It encourages you to stake the tokens and just earn the USDC income from those tokens, which is it's not burning, but it encourages you and incentivizes you to lock up the tokens long term, sort of indefinitely in a way, which basically takes them out of circulation. So
it's kind of like burn, but it's not like forever burn, but burn for 20 for 52
and it's also
weeks.
And it's purely optional. So like you can decide based on your own risk tolerance and your own understanding of the project and the protocol. You can make a decision for yourself based on your knowledge and understanding. And really it's more of a targeted benefit than just like a untargeted sort of benefit that even if you just bought the token or you just have the token somehow and you don't know anything about the project, you don't care about the project, and you can still benefit. Obviously it's nice to benefit just everybody equally, but I think it's even better if you can benefit those people who like really put the effort in to understand the protocol and lock up their tokens. And like Hannah says, you can buy the tokens, open a short position of an equal size to have a delta neutral position, and then lock that way if you want to, remove the risk exposure, the market risk exposure. So there's lots of options for that. So going back to the Berachain thing, I was just looking on Twitter for Berachain, and there's some pretty funny stuff. So I recommend everybody look up Berachain.
What's that?
Yeah. So maybe, I guess there, I don't know if there seems to be a thing called Berachain.
Yeah, I'm
maybe
Googling
related
it.
to Cosmos. Anyway.
Yeah.
I don't think we're going to switch to another chain anytime soon, although Bear Chain sounds pretty exciting. We're waiting for Doge Chain, I think.
No, don't listen to him. Oh, interesting.
So we have another question again from A Alt. Why do you pivot from a subnet? Okay, the phone's ringing at my house. Sorry, hold on.
Wow, your house has a really old style phone.
Well, if you can see the phone itself, it's actually really cool. Like it's one of those ones where you have to dial like by turning this rotary dial thing. It's pretty hilarious.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Cool.
And when the power goes out sometimes in Canada, you never know what's going to happen. So the power actually went out a couple of times in the last few days. And when the power's out, like the fancier modern phone doesn't work anymore because it needs electricity. So we were going back to the rotary phone. It's pretty fun.
Okay.
I mean, when I was a kid, that's how I dialed.
So. Right. And also I don't think you can buy it anymore. It's like an antique. So maybe if you sell it,
I assume so. Yeah.
More expensive than usual, like the modern phone.
Well, anyway. We're hodling it. We're not selling.
We're hodling the old phone.
Yeah.
Anyway, so what's the next question?
Yeah, good question. All right, so the question was, why did you pivot from a subnet to optimism? So I'm not sure exactly what he or she means by subnet. Subnet to me sounds like Avalanche type of technology. Previously, we were on XDAI, which is a sidechain, basically just like another chain, a fork of Ethereum, sort of like a BNB chain. Now it's called Gnosis chain. And we had our PERP v1 running on that, and it was great. It worked really well. But at the time, we needed an even higher bandwidth solution, and Optimism looked like a great choice at that point. Sort of the highest bandwidth option that we could find based on our testing. So that's why we switched to Optimism. And so far, it's going really well. So we're looking forward to, working with Optimism into the future. We are obviously exploring, just keeping an eye on what's developing in the space. Looks like, ZK chains, ZK rollups might be something that's big in 2023. We don't know exactly, but we're definitely keeping our eye on it, and we'll continue to do so in the future. And we actually have one team member who joined a ZK related project recently. So we have sort of a spy in the on the inside. So looking forward to seeing how that goes.
Yes.
I think okay, so someone's asking if the claimable.
Yeah, I think it's this claimable period. Oh, maybe we made a mistake. Do you see it past? The time is past for me. So let me change it. Hold on a second. Yeah, I can fix it now. Thank you for letting me know. Oh no, not it's Inukubu. Thank you, Inukubu. I'm fixing it right now. Okay. Yeah, if you refresh.
I'm talking on mute, so I've unmuted myself.
Oh, I thought you were making silence. Yeah, I just fixed the time here, so you guys can try again. Okay. Hey.
All right, I'll just type in the chat. Yeah, try the NFT again, guys. It should be working. And yes, we have one report already that says fixed, so that's great news.
Thanks.
All right. While I was on mute, I was talking about a question from Ken Kaneki and having trouble pronouncing the Ken and the can back to back. But Ken Kaneki asks, what is the major plan for 2023 for PERP? And that's a really great question. We have a variety of plans, but the major plan really is to build more passive strategies for people who want to who prefer that kind of interaction with DeFi. And we think that Perpetual Protocol has a lot of potential for running some interesting passive strategies that people can put their money into. And so, yeah, that's sort of a major focus going forward.
Yeah, I think one of our biggest advantages is that we have really good composability. So you can run strategies with maybe even other DeFi projects. So, but it's more complicated. So we're gonna build some products for everyone to use. And I think we are working on a piece about our roadmap in 2023. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that article.
Yeah, and the next question we have is from Appler Gaming. What do you think about Synthetics V2? I personally don't know anything about Synthetics V2, I'm sorry to say. But I don't believe we have any plan to collaborate. Go ahead, sorry.
I think they launched the PERPs market as well. Yeah, I haven't looked into it. Yeah, but it's a good question. Yeah, I'll look into it. Maybe next time I can talk about it. Thank you, Appler Gaming.
Yep, excellent question. And we got some an update on Berachain from AAlt. It's a Cosmos layer 1 chain.
Yeah, I saw it on Google.
Yeah, like I don't think we have any plan we don't have any plan for doing anything on Cosmos. I think DYDX is going to be launching on Cosmos if they haven't already.
Yeah.
So we'll see how that works for them. I mean, a sort of major part of the game in perps, no matter what platform you're on, is attracting liquidity. So if you move to some custom, like a bespoke chain or something that's not so well known, then you take an instant hit in liquidity potentially. So yeah, that's a major reason that we're sticking with sort of Ethereum based applications where there's the most liquidity.
Yeah.
And there's a related question from Appler Gaming again, if we have a plan to move to a chain like Arbitrum or add more chains like Arbitrum. And we don't have that plan right at the moment, but we are working with some other projects that can help traders do like cross-chain trading. For example, DAppOS or DAppOS. According to the DAppOS people, you can pronounce it any way you like. Which,
yeah,
I love that idea. Yeah, so there are some sort of cross-chain trading options that are coming out. So if you're interested in that, in like trading from other chains, I would definitely keep an eye on those. Yeah, just because liquidity is so important, I think it's important to keep all the liquidity to the extent possible on one chain, and then allow traders to trade from other chains. That's sort of the best way to do it, as far as we can see at the moment. But we are always keeping our eye on different options and different technologies that are coming out. So yeah, we will let you know if there's some news on that front.
No.
Okay, Victor Aguilera asks if there will be another chance to complete challenges 1 to 3. I believe it's talking about the 12 days, and I don't think there's another chance.
No.
Well, there may be another chance in 2023. All right, we got some more great questions from AAlt. Or is it AAlt? Sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong. Do we use Chainlink price feeds? Yes, we do. Yeah, all the price feeds we use right now are from Chainlink. And he says that ZK already has ZKX, which is a fork of our platform. I was not aware of that, so we should check that out. Thanks for letting us know.
But I wonder the ZK here, is it like which ZK rollup? ZK. Oh, yeah. I don't know.
Alt,
yeah,
maybe Alt will let us know.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I think that's all for the questions. Oh, it's on Starknet. Starknet.
Okay.
Like DYDX is on.
Oh yeah. Although DYDX is moving to Cosmos, right?
Yeah. Anyway. From Starknet. It is
hard to keep up with all of the different options.
Yeah.
I guess we'll wait a couple more seconds to see if people have further questions.
Yeah, I think there are a lot of good questions today, and I learned about Barachan and ZKX and what else? Yeah, it's really good.
So I'd say those are the two main ones. Yeah, thanks so much, guys. Really appreciate everybody who joined. It's really great to see you all, and we will see you again in 2 weeks.
Yeah,
and in the meantime, if you have any questions or things you want to chat with us about, that's right. If you have any questions or things you want to chat about, come to our Discord. We'd love to hear from you. And yeah, we'll see you all next year.
Okay. See you next year.
Thank you, everybody.
Thanks, guys.
Yep. Happy New Year, everyone.
Happy New Year. And it's